Hi, my name's Isaiah Williams, and I want to create this program called Sports Talks for a reason to help out other athletes that has dealt with mental health programs and really just to inspire the next generations for them just to be the best version of themselves. What we want to do this for, just to have more student athletes just to be aware of themselves. Hopefully they learn that they're just not by themselves. They learn from us, who are people who are juniors and seniors who've been in the program, playing sports our whole entire life, that we learn from the mistakes and the things that we went through, just to being able to share for them so they can step out of their comfort zone so they can become the best version of themselves.
To me, mental health is just like the importance of how you're thinking and how you're feeling, and if you're able to just function and do fundamental activities, if you're feeling all right, whether you're happy, all of that goes into your physical well-being also. And so for mental health, I think it's just everything that culminates with your feelings and emotions and just whether you're able to do fundamental activities.
Everyone has a different definition of mental health, but my definition of mental health is just being aware of who you are. Because if you're aware of who you are, you're being able to help somebody else out to seek out so they can be the best version of themselves.
Moments in my career where I faced a lot of adversity or failure, I think came from a lot of loss in my life. Over the past 4 years, in the year and a half I've been here at McDaniel, I've lost 3 important family members of mine. I've lost my aunt to stage 4 pancreatic cancer. I just recently lost my grandfather to stage 4 leukemia, and I lost my grandmother last year to MS. And I think losing someone who affects you and your career here, it's hard being on a field with 20 girls who you're supposed to focus on, but your mind just can't help but wander to what your mom and what your dad and what your sister are going through back home, and you can't be here. You can't be there with them because you're here as a full-time job. I'm committed to my team, and I couldn't take this team and what they do for me for granted when they come to support me through these losses. And I think that's where I felt like my mental health really came to the check, and where I failed most is trying to have my head back in Baltimore, in Towson, and have my head also here in Westminster.
For me, I've been injured a number of times, and so every time that happens, it's a test. How can you get back up? How can you come and face that adversity? And how strong are you? And so for me, you know, that initial why is this happening to me? You know, that comes every time something happens. It's why I'm doing everything right. I'm doing things the right way. Why does it have to happen to me? And then you know, it's not an easy thing to deal with. You know, when you watch your teammates going out and playing the sport you love, and all you want to be able to do is support them and help them. To not be able to is a really hard thing to do, and to have to just sit there and watch. So for me, those have been some of the hardest times, is when I've been hurt and unable to help my team the way I want to.
What we want to do here with Sports Talk is just being able to inspire people who are athletes, just so they feel like they're not alone. They're not the only one. They're not feel like they're going through the struggles of struggling with anxiety, depression, pressure by themselves. What we're trying to do is build a community and have people share their stories so they can really learn from us and have everybody grow and become the best version of themselves.